always try to make sure the lapel is facing him so he can slide underneath his chin if it's down. So I'm going to take my elbow and put it past his ear. So my elbow comes up here, which allows space for my hand to come over his head. And then my fingers are here. My fingers gooseneck upwards so that I can apply pressure with my forearm into his neck. And then this hand pulls the lapel across his neck. So I'm here, and I just finish the choke in that fashion. So grab the head, boom. This is my practice at home, so that's why I get so fast with the lapel choke. So I'm here, grab, and I come in. I'm gonna start from guard. I have the lapel grip right here. Another reason why I like these grips, so I grab on the lapel and I grab right here. I have all types of sweeps where I can go to scissor sweep, I can go to omoplatas, I can go to triangles, all this kind of stuff just from these grips alone, okay? So don't just get stuck on the loop choke. The loop choke is just to set everything up. Also, if he tries to flatten, like belly flop on me, I can use this as a post hand. So I can push him away, I can pull him in. This is like a frame as well as protecting myself and getting ready to loop choke him. The reason why I grab this hand right here is so he doesn't pull my hand off. So if he pulls my hand off with his other hand, it's gonna be really hard. But if he has two hands, it's gonna be really a lot easier. So if I can stop this hand from pulling this hand off, just makes my job a lot easier. So all I'm going to do is pull him down towards the hand that I had the lapel. I pull him down. This hand leaves the sleeve, grabs the head, comes in, and I move to my hip, and then I just apply the pressure. You see this grip? They might be trying to fight the grip, whatever, or trying to pass. I kick this leg out. He lost everything. I come straight into this grip. My leg goes over the top, okay? So the reason why my leg goes over the top is because the defense is to roll. So if I'm here, if he just rolls, then I just lost everything, okay? If my leg goes over the top, if he rolls, even if I roll, I can stay on top and finish from the mount, okay? So when I do this, you guys can practice the roll, bringing that leg over and rolling with them. But I also want you to remember that as long as his head is underneath my armpit here, I can just finish with the guillotine. Because I have this grip, one-handed. I don't need my other hand. I have his lapel. All I'm doing is taking the lapel, bringing my bone right into his Adam's apple and forcing it up right into his throat as my armpit comes downward. So I'm bringing like a little lat curl, and I'm coming in and choking him in this fashion, okay? So one, kick out the leg, throw your leg over. They're gonna roll. You try to finish it from mount because you already had the grips. The second one is you just come in, kick out the leg the same way, come over, get the head underneath your armpit. One detail is if I can see the back of his neck, the chances of his head slipping out is pretty high. If I bring my shoulder over his neck, the chance of his head slipping out is pretty low. So if you can see it, he can push on my head or whatever, and he can pop his head out. If I bring my shoulder downwards, now push on my head, it's a lot harder, and I can still finish the choke as I'm talking, okay? So I'm here, I snap him down. I have to have this cross grip. I have to have space for the lapel to loop around his neck. So now my head's gonna go into the hole. I'm here, I reach for the arm. Boom, I get the choke there. I miss his arm, I get the choke here. I can't get either arm, I grab the leg, I wrap it in between my legs, and I get the choke here, okay? That way he can't leave me, all right? Everybody got it? Any questions? All right, 1, 2. Sometimes people don't want you to take their back, so instead of turning away from you, they turn in towards you, okay? So he turns facing me, I just grab the lapel, just like we have been doing 100 times, and I try to get his head in there, and I just get that space. Same concept with my head, I want to get it into that hole, and now what I'm going to do is, okay, so I'm going to show you 2 different ways. If you want to make a cool YouTube video, I put my head here, I grab the leg, and I flip over, and then I can apply the pressure in that fashion, okay? That's for the cool YouTube video people, okay? Everybody else that doesn't want to be that cool but still look a little cool, I get this position. All I have to do is just start to turn. I get over his arm, start to keep walking, and I can get to that same position without doing the flip, okay? It's a more controlled, slower pace, but the same outcome, okay? So I get here, I'm over the arm so that he can't block me. My head goes into this hole, and then I just start walking. Once I get to this position, I post off my feet, I pull both my elbows to my ribs and I come inwards, pushing into his body with my head. If anything doesn't happen with the choke here, at least I can break his ribs with the back of my head, okay? So I just push in here and I pull and I squeeze and I get the position here. If he kicks his leg free and he's so much stronger than me, I go right back to goose neck and I finish the submission from here, okay? So don't forget about goose necking, swinging right underneath. Also, here, here, here. Now he kicks his leg free. I can't get it. I can always turn my head, roll back around, finish from the top with that guillotine position we had. To do that roll, I just turn into him and do a back roll, just like we always do, okay?
Can you show one more time for the startup from side control?
Yep. So I have side control. I grab the lapel. He turns into me. I grab the head. I shove it right in between. Now I grab the leg. I have to make sure that this hand's not in my way. So I take my head and I put my head right in the hole. I can flip or I can just walk, walk, walk. I'm here. I finish the choke this way. He kicks the leg free. I finish the choke this way. I can't get it. I go basically north-south on him, backwards to my back. I look at him. I roll. I still have this grip. I hip in towards him and bring my lat back and finish the choke in that position, okay? Everybody got it? All right, 1, 2. So for the defense, he goes for the loop choke on me. See it go all the way through. Straight to the loop choke. So all I have to do is grab on his elbow and push up, okay? So it's kind of hard for me to talk because he's choking me. But my hand goes to the elbow and I just push up on the elbow, free my head. So that's one defense. It's the easiest defense to start off with. Try to find that elbow, push it off your head. Once your head can come up, they can't really apply that pressure to you anymore. The other defense is I just look at the arm and continue to roll. So I look at the arm that went underneath my neck and I just roll for freedom, okay? So this arm is the one choking me. So I'll look towards that arm and then just roll my way out of those positions. That's the one reason why we put our leg on top of their back so they don't roll. And so, let me go back into my half guard now. So if I'm here, I have my loop choke and he goes to push my elbow off his head, other elbow. Yeah, so once he pushes that elbow off my head, I just take my hand, I grab his lapel or his gi, whatever I can grab, and I just turn it into an X choke, okay? So I'm here, I go for my loop choke, he pushes my elbow off, I grab the fabric, and I just turn it straight into an X choke from that position, okay? If I can't get the X choke, it's too tight, his body's off to the side, I can always start to work for an omoplata from that position, okay? So that's why I like the loop choke. There's so many sweeps, submissions, and transitions from this position, and I can also stay safe. Even when I drop my leg, I can keep that frame, and I don't have to worry about a flying arm bar because I'm locking this leg down with my half guard right here. So I'm here, I go straight for this loop choke, he pushes my elbow off, I grab whatever fabric I can, or I just put my hand there, and I go for this X choke right here. I have to keep his body low. It's kind of like an X choke, but it's a modified loop choke because the lapel is still wrapping around his neck on one side. It's just that my other hand is pushing his head that way and trying to cut off the circulation with my forearm, the blade on my forearm pushing onto this side, his lapel squeezing across the other side. And like I said, if you feel like you're not getting it, you can just take your leg, start to put it in front of his head like a rubber guard type style, go omoplata if he does that, or just come across, free your legs, grab so he doesn't roll away from you, switch your feet so you can actually come up, grab whatever you can, and then just slowly lift your hips up until they tap or until you hear some pops in their shoulder, and then you let go, okay? So I'm here, I get the loop choke, boom, he pushes on the elbow, I switch right away, grab whatever I can get, I go straight to this X choke modification. Then I feel like I'm not getting it, so then I'll take my foot, I can grab it, or if you're flexible enough, you can just throw it in front of their face. You can push them away with your leg, bring your other leg out, and come across here. I come up so that he doesn't roll, and if I try to go like this, my feet are blocking me from completing the omoplata, so I switch my feet, and so without him there, if I switch my feet, I can come all the way up and over. So no matter how flexible they are, at one point, you're gonna hear some pops, okay? So if I'm like this, my feet are gonna block me, but once I switch my feet, I can come up to a point where usually they tap right here, but if they're really flexible, you can go all the way over and make their arm do a 360, all right? Everybody got it? All right, 1, 2. It's a lot harder to get this. Anytime I want to go for a submission, I try to off balance my opponent first. So I try to make it so that they try to catch their weight. So my favorite way to do it is with the John Wayne sweep. So my knee has to be free in this motion so that it can go upwards. If his leg is past my knee here, the John Wayne sweep becomes a lot harder because now I have to lift his body weight up. So I can bring my knee out, and now with my knee going upwards, I can apply the sweep. My other foot stomps down to the stomps down right next to my other foot. So I'll do it this way so you can see it. So my foot stomps down so that my feet are connected. When my feet connect, I have a lot more strength in my sweep here, okay? So I am not grabbing this hand because I want him to post, okay? So I still have my cross grip right on the lapel. I have this sleeve. My knee shield goes to this part right here. I go for the sweep. You see he posts. All I'm going to do is come up and go straight to the submissions from there, okay? So he's worried about getting swept. I'm going to finish with the submission. So I'm here. I can't get anything. He's not coming in. So I just, boom. I come up. My elbow goes high up. My hand goes straight through. And then I can turn to my side and then start to apply pressure, okay? So we're here. I got my grip. Even if I don't have this hand, I grab this grip, try to snap them down, whatever. Usually when I snap somebody down, they're like, oh, that's an invitation for the legs. So you go straight to my legs, push his head in, and I get to this position right here. I grab for the sleeve, I drop, I roll again, I get my hand underneath, and then boom, I have this position. And then like I said before, we can go to all the other positions from there. If you get that roll to mount, you just got the takedown because you ended up on top, even though they initiated it, and then you get the 4 points for the mount. So that's a 6-point move just from doing that, and then you still have the loop choke, so you win by strangulation, okay? So let's try it out. 1, 2. My same grip, he shoots for that double. I do the same concept where I try to get his head underneath there. He gets the double, and they always, I won't say they always, but most of the time they land cross-side. So once he tries to secure his position, so he's here, I just try to kick my legs free, and now we're right back in that position where I just try to grab the leg or the arm, or come here, and then finish on top, because I still have that loop choke the whole time, okay? So it's the same thing as like a guillotine. He shoots in for that double. I shoot in for the double. I move the head off to the side, and I get the guillotine. If I can't finish the guillotine, my free hand just grabs at the lapel, pulls it down, and I feed it to my other hand. So I turn my guillotines into loop chokes, okay? So he gets the takedown, he's cross-body, I reach for whatever I can get, and then I can just finish the choke right from wherever I'm at, okay?